Good morning and happy blessed Friday. What were you groomed for? Like really groomed for? I was groomed to be a nurturer, someone who loves deeply, someone who takes care of. And I spent so much time outside of myself doing for others. It was almost as if I was a magnet that everyone broken found their way to me. And I could see the brokenness and I could feel it. And I guess based off of my own brokenness, I gravitated towards it. And somewhat of a savior complex, wanting to love out someone's pain or nurture someone back from sickness. And it was a great distraction. If I was busy taking care of everyone else, well, then I couldn't see the things in myself that were broken, that needed attention, that needed time, that needed love. And it felt comfortable. So I thought. But the older I got, I started to feel like this black hole. Nothing ever seemed enough or good enough, and I was critical. Little did I know that I wasn't being critical of other people. I was being critical about myself. I hadn't learned how to accept myself. I hadn't learned how to love myself or take care of myself. Again, I was groomed to be a nurturer, groomed to love deeply. And I did it. I did it in my sleep. But all of that turned into something more. It turned into control. And it turned into this false sense of safety and security that I was looking for outside myself, in other people. And it didn't come from a genuine place because there was an expectation that something would be given in return. And I'm so very, very thankful. I'm very thankful that I found love. And I know you're talking, or you might be thinking love like, oh, she has somebody. Yes and no. What I found was the love of God. And in loving God, He showed me. And I learned to love me. Love the flaws and all. Get comfortable in my own skin. And that was a humbling process. It was a breakdown process. It was an uncomfortable process. It pulled me away and set me apart. And in that quiet space, initially it was uncomfortable. It was restless, sleepless, squirmish. What was I? Who was I if I wasn't doing or taking care of someone else? Again, outside my body, outside myself. And as time passed on, I began to appreciate the quiet, appreciate the peace, not always having to be in conversation with someone, not always having to be around other people to find happiness. That I started finding happiness by myself, within myself, around myself. That my environment started to develop and my home became my sanctuary, my peace. And I learned that outside my home started to become overstimulating because I started to pull away. I started to not need to be so deeply connected. And I'm not saying that community and connection is bad. It just didn't provide me with the thoughts that I needed to hear, that inside voice, the ability to rationalize, to come to terms with, to fully see myself in ways not based off of what someone else saw, but what I saw. That raw, naked look at myself and into myself. And I began to appreciate the things that people and society had tried to put into me, that I had to align and match and fit in, and none of it was true. It wasn't true. That I was uniquely and beautifully designed. But if I stayed outside myself, I don't think I could have ever realized that or come to terms with that or appreciate my differences. And today I'm okay with my differences. I look to feeling and being pushed outside my comfort zone because I know that that is where I'm learning and I'm growing and evolving. And that's what I hope to do. And I'm not a nurturer. I think that is innately who God created and designed me to be. But before I can give, my cup has to be full so that it can overflow. So, just a thought. Thank you for listening. I love you. Happy Blessed Friday.